If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, the Lost on the Road subscribers and followers. So today I was going to talk about what I liked about Mississippi. Now we still have probably about a week left, about a week and a half left here, and but I think I've got enough information to tell you what I really like about Mississippi. I mean, I can tell you about all the, the nuances. The weather's nice in May. But there's two things that really hit home. One, I have never seen such amazing sunsets night after night after night after night. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'll put some of those sunsets up. Just gorgeous sunsets. So it was notable. But more importantly than the sunsets is the people. Every person that I've met, for no reason at all, has just been overly nice or overly generous. And I've talked about a couple of them in part. But when we were staying at Bynum Creek, the guy came up from the dry lake bed. He'd been fishing in one of the veins in there, and he pulled right up to the camper and he asked us if we wanted some crappie. Of course, it was in his best southern. Accent, and I graciously accepted and thanked him many times. And he said, "Welcome to Mississippi," again in his best southern accent, and just really nice fella. He had no reason to just give us crappie. The second experience we had. And I actually posted his name out on Facebook, but I'm not going to do it here. His name's Bill and his wife Melissa. They heard about us and knew where we were staying. They saw it and said, "Hey, well, you know what? I recognized that place in the picture that you posted. It was at Bynum Creek." He said, "I'll come out and visit with you." So he did. Him and his wife, they came out, and while they were visiting, they gave us 2 pounds of deer burger. And I mean, that was just amazing. That was great. And so, just real nice people. Well, the guy who, the day after that, the guy who came and gave us the crappie, he came back. And the next day, I mean, he just sat and talked for a few minutes, and then he gave us a scripture. And I got a picture here, I'll show you. And then finally, well, no, not finally. The park ranger, he's just been overly nice. Apparently he's the weekend ranger. And the first time, of course, he was a little abrasive when he got our information, but immediately became just the nicest guy in the world. He gave us a map, explained the whole area to us. Well, we were out taking pictures of an old bridge that we had seen, and he was driving by, by chance he was driving by. And he stopped and talked to us again, made sure everything was fine. Just a kind person. And then on our last day at Bynum Creek, the fellow that we met on the very first day, and when I say met, I mean he waved, I waved back, and that kind of thing. But he stopped, he walked down there, and he stopped and he talked to us and explained in detail where all the eagle nests were and where the Indian mounds were. Just all the details of the lake and how many years the lake was supposed to live. I think there was a 50-year expectation that the lake would actually, the reservoir would actually be useful. Just on and on and on. Just kind man. Very generous. And I guess, folks I'm used to dealing with just aren't that way. So I really have enjoyed my time in Mississippi. I've enjoyed the sunsets, and I've really enjoyed the people. So thank you, Mississippi, and thanks for watching, everyone, and be sure to subscribe. Buttons everywhere. And if you're having problems with the buttons on Facebook, I put a link on my Little House on the Road Facebook page. Click it. And finally, if you like the video, click like. We'll see you next time.